This video is a little bit different. This rifle is tied to a moment in history. A moment in history that we all know. What makes it even cooler is that it is a true moment that actually happened that even in today's standards are amazing. We're talking about hitting targets hundreds of yards away in the 1870s. No modern optics, no modern tech, just skill, a little Kentucky windage, and a rifle just like this. Today, we're gonna see what it can actually do. Transcend has completely revolutionized me. I am 4 months past my knee surgery. I'm still really limping, but I'm on a protocol now that the doctors released me to be on the peptides with Transcend for all of the healing peptides, and I'm getting better every day. So I'm back, baby. Still slow, but I'm back. So hopefully you guys will start picking back up with these interesting videos. I appreciate you guys staying for me for so long, hanging in there, being part of the Outlaw crew. Heraclitus Bourbon, my select pick. The bottles are almost gone. We only have like 30 days left, so jump in there and grab the rest of those bottles. Get you that bourbon, that sweet bourbon up in you. You need it. Go to Heraclitus, grab that bourbon. This rifle comes from C Sharps. There are multiple different companies that build these Sharps rifles. C Sharps is the one in particular. They don't really build rifles. They build pieces of history and true craftsmanship work of art. They started in the 1970s building small quantities of museum level reproduction of the Sharps rifle. Instead of going more modern, they did it the old way. Hand built, tight tolerances, superior craftsmanship, and quality that is second to none. When the owners of C Sharps came up trying to build these rifles, they weren't just trying to build the greatest rifle ever made. They were trying to show you the story so you could be a part of the story and feel like you're right there on the battlefield. They just happened to actually still build the best rifle ever made. When you have a reproduction, it actually ties you back to the story, the event that happened in history. This just keeps history alive in our minds. This particular rifle is tied to the story of John M. Ryan, First Sergeant, U.S. Cavalry, 1870s. He ended up in one of the most famous and chaotic battles in history, and it was the Battle of Little Bighorn, led by General Custer. This is the same battle where General Custer and all of his men were wiped out by the Indians that they thought were going to be no match for them. And so it's actually an embarrassing loss for the American military at that time. Custer's army is outnumbered. It's split apart. He's failing at all of the tactics that he knows wins battles like this. All of the other soldiers were using their typical issued small carbines, light carbines, hoping that they could be fast on their feet. But Ryan shows up with something just a little bit different. A Sharps carbine, a heavier rifle, weighs 15 pounds, with an optic on it. And it gave him the ability to extend his range. Guys, can't you see this as like the perfect movie scene of like, hey, everybody's out here, they have all their stuff, it's not the right stuff, they know they're losing or they're about to lose, and then here comes the sniper with the gear that in all likelihood they made fun of him for buying. It was said Sergeant Ryan used his entire month's pay to be able to purchase this rifle on his own. And it's just the suspense line of a movie right before the good guy comes to save the day. Somewhere between 600 and 1,000 yards away, the Indians were up on Sniper's Ridge. And Ryan was asked, do you think you can take them out from there? And Ryan was up to the challenge. And he used a rifle, well, the Sergeant Ryan rifle, 15 pounds with this optic, which was state of the art at the time. And he was able to make what I believe is the first farthest recorded sniper shot in history. So you guys know I love long range, and you know I love competition. And so when I heard that Sergeant Ryan made this shot, I decided that I would take my poke at it as well. I'll try to describe to you the best I can as to what I'm able to see with this optic, okay? At 100 yards, you know, I can read the one really well. 200 on a man-sized target. Oh yeah, I got you pretty well. 300's getting pretty tough with this scope. 400 on an IPSC target is really hard to see. So is 5. I can read the 6. I can't read anything beyond 6. I think I could make a 600-yard shot. We're gonna test it. What I'm noticing right here, what I think I've figured out, I don't know, we're gonna try it at 200. 1, the scope comes up every shot, you gotta pull it back. 2, you have to loosen this side piece right here and raise to be able to hit the target where it's at. The crosshairs and the power of the scope are too thick on the crosshairs, not enough powerful scope to actually say, hey, I can hold some tight, really good, 25 power group on there. I don't know what the drop is on the 4570 out of this. I could put it in the ballistic calculator, but this is how you would have had to do it in, Sergeant Ryan's day. I know I have on earplugs, but dude, that sounded like it hit like a ton of bricks. 300 for sure is gonna be low, so I wonder if 300, we just raise this. Let's just see what happens if we do this. Oh my gosh, dude, so high, so high. Let me go to right here. I hit right next to him. Let's talk about recoiling and guns. So this is a heavy gun. We know it weighs 15 pounds. The heavier the gun, the better it is for the recoil. I am kind of a recoil sissy, okay? I've had shoulder surgery, and so it does make it to where I don't take the recoil. You guys might be able to do 18 to 20 shots out of this thing, but for me, this seems to be my number. It's a beast. All right, let's see if we can do 600. I really think we can. I think we can. Dude, I drilled it. I wasn't supposed to be cussing. I'm sorry. Cut that freaking cuss word out of there, but I hit it. I'm gonna go for 1,000. I'm doing it. Oh, all right, Sergeant Ryan. On that 1,000-yard target right now it's a IPSC body size target with a green stripe on it. I can tell that it's a white target. I can tell it's a green stripe. I for sure could hit you. Like, for sure, I could hit you. I may not be able to say that's this person, but I could hit a person out there. Hi. Oh my gosh. This thing is incredible. We got these conographs, we've got kestrels, we've got ballistic radar, we've got it all. Doppler radar, Hornady Fordoff, whatever your flavor is, you can use it. And it took all the fun and voodoo magic out of shooting. Now, I understand why we do it, and I do it today. I'm gonna figure out this scope inside and out over multiple times because they've taken the fun out of, hey, you just went and bought a 338 Lapua and you got a ballistic calculator and you're hitting it at a mile. Like, you took the fun out. A little low right there. I think I was just legitimately right next to it. This is such a cool gun. My shoulder's dung up. Now that you see all these new guns that you get with so easy to scratch them, so easy to scratch the wood because it's not a piece of hardwood that's been hand trimmed. This is one of those things you can even beat it around in your pickup and it's not going to beat it to death like a newer Browning or Remington would, We have the new American Outlaw shirts in. Go to the store, get one, support it. I think you guys will love it. He's one of the best artists in the country right now for this stuff. So go look at it, that old revolutionary stuff. Get that on, start supporting it, get it out there, show the world you're an outlaw. Yo, go to the website, pick you up an Outlaw Muck. Guys, trust me, this is the best knife you've ever put in your hands. I haven't given it to anybody, I haven't let anybody borrow it, that they're not like, hey, we don't love this knife. Went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works and they're like, every time we get them, they sell out. So go to the website, get you a knife. Guys, if you need optics, go to Optics Planet, use code OUTLAW. I have no idea how Sergeant Ryan made the shot. I don't know if he had a stick tripod. I know he didn't have a bench and range conditions and know exactly how far it was. I don't know if he offhanded it. I have no idea how he shot it. I have no idea how he knew how far it was in order to dial the scope. But I was able to do really well at 600. I do think, given some time where I can understand this optic a little bit more, I tried to give you the best I could with the limited amount of rounds I have on it. 600 is just really not a problem for this thing. And 1,000, I can do it. I just need to understand the dope on it just a little better. I gotta say, one of the things I respect a lot about Ryan is how he was lugging this thing all around the country, because it's heavy. I don't even want to be holding it now, as a matter of fact. One of the things that the Sergeant Ryan rifle did for me was it kind of humbled me and put me back in my place, saying, you know, today I drive a 2026 F-150 just smooth down the road, an hour to the range. I sit in a comfortable bench. I know the exact yardage and have all of the tools and the machines to make it where it's just, you just have to be the monkey behind the trigger now and shoot well. I sleep in a Tempur-Pedic bed and heated and air. I go home and I have a steak dinner. You take a look at Sergeant Ryan and all of General Custer's men riding horseback all day, every single day, out in the heat, out in the cold, living off what they have in their saddle, having to reload their ammo with subpar ammo, having to eat hardtack if they even got to eat that day. Guys, those men were tough, hard men back then, battle-hardened warriors. And to have a piece of technology like the Sharps rifle at the time and know it so well is incredible, because it took me back to saying, I can't use my Kestrel, I can't use my chronograph. I just have to go back to old school, how do I figure this out? And it was just an amazing trip down, not memory lane, history lane. And it really made me fall in love with the Sharps rifle. Those old rifles have history, they have a story, and they can resonate with us and how we got here as a country. Why do you think it is that I have all of these military rifle clones? They tell a story. Mike Murphy, Medal of Honor winner. Chris Kyle, pick your favorite story that we know something that happened and we clone these rifles, and they're amazing. This is no different. This is a clone rifle from the Battle of Little Bighorn that tells a story that when you are firing it, when you are in its presence and you are using it, you are literally experiencing the weight of history, and it's pretty incredible.